Hi, I'm here with Pam Cytron, CEO of Pendo Systems. How are you doing today?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Good, good. Thanks for being with us. So I know we talk a lot about regulations, and a lot of what we're still seeing is in reaction to 2008. Are we reacting in the right way? What's going on with regulation?
Well, from our opinion, we're focused on looking at the legacy issues, right? And what we would certainly say is that the amount of money that's been spent post crash in the last 7 years has gone to lobbyists fighting the regulations. We've seen very little investment going into the core infrastructure. And, if you looked at the lowest common denominator of the problem that caused this was the lack of transparency and really people knowing what they owned on their portfolios and their assets. That has not seen a transition since the crash.
So are we in a better place today?
I think we're in a better place because people are focused on the problem. Do I think that investors and asset owners are better protected because the structure's in place within the financial institutions to protect them? No.
So then what's next? What are we looking at?
I think that, the jury's out on that. I think that everyone must be sensitive to looking, from an asset owner perspective, the people with the money that's being run, pay more attention to what you're getting, look at when you're making and losing money, right? And, almost communitize the industry to say we have to start fixing these things. But, there's things that people don't know is that the world got faster with trading and electronic trading and all these wonderful things. And we saw the same technology evolution in every other industry, right? But just since the crash, look at an Uber and Airbnb and look at what they've accomplished and look at what they've done and look at where their stock is going, right? Technology is increasing at faster points of time, and we have created tremendous infrastructure from the exchanges and from the trading perspective. But the secret is that the back offices of these organizations have not been refreshed in 35 years.
And why is that? Is that a regulation problem?
Well, it's becoming a regulation problem. It has not been a regulation problem. It had to do with, very frankly, who makes the money in banks? Who makes the money as in asset managers? The traders do, right? Who does all the heavy lifting and who does all the work that no one wants to really deal about? Debits and credits in the back office. It wasn't glamorous. So it was moving at the speed of light, and it was just being shifted downhill, and it didn't have the sponsorship. It didn't have the executive ownership of saying, why should we fix this? Because they thought it was too hard.
And we're talking a lot today about technology for the people running the money, but what about the asset owners? Is there something that they need to be doing, playing a role in this to make the changes happen?
I think the asset owners is probably the largest market opportunity that we're going to see in our industry going forward, because the amount of time that's going to elapse between these big institutions getting their back offices and even some of these regulations in place, the speed of wealth is increasing exponentially. Right. So I think we do need to look at the asset owners. We do need to start figuring out what are the tools that people are going to put in their hands and how are they going to be able to control their own transparency against the institutions that actually can't tell them what their transparency is.